How yeah, and welcome to episode 58 of the Temple Bar podcast with me, Jim Wynn, and Philip Noon. We're joined today by Eddie Sherlock. How are you, Eddie?
Good
Good stuff.
Thanks for having me, boys.
Yeah,
Sorry
thanks
I'm
for
late.
coming. Eddie is. Yeah, you're right. He wasn't that late.
Fucking outside, I had to go through passport but control.
Ever since the Brexit.
Yeah, stuff. Take me runners off and all.
So Eddie, I'll tell you something, right? This is the probably the story about how I heard about you first. I'd heard your name and stuff over the years from other musicians and things, but this night this one girl came up to me. The pub's full. We're both singers, right?
Yeah.
We're both musicians. We're singers in Temple Bar and around the place. And this girl came up to me and she said, "Can you do King of the Road?"
Right.
So the pub's full and her and all her friends are ready, and I break into Roger Miller like. Trailer for sailor, right? And I just watched all the disappointment on their face. All their faces just fell, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what have I done? Because I hadn't heard the song, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, and then she came up to me after. She was like, "No, the other King of the Road." And I was like, "Oh no!" So I went home, stuck it on, and I don't know if it was on social media. I looked her up, and it was fucking massive.
Flying there.
And I was like. Now listen, it's a banger. It's an absolute banger, and I've heard it loads of times since.
Thank you.
And Eddie, it's class. But like we go back to the beginning and everything, and we'll get your whole music story up until King of the Road or whatever. But I just wanted to let you know that the first time I heard of you, I fucked it up completely.
No harm. You're not the first to do that. Because we were out in Hout one night and we was with friends. You hadn't seen them in ages, you know.
Yeah.
And it was I actually went off, done a gig, came back to the boys. They were all still there drinking away. We were doing the boat tour around Dublin Bay or whatever.
Yeah.
And some young lad whacking away the guitar, and one of the lads, "Do King of the Road." And he's done the same thing. I was sitting there going, "That's not the one."
To be fair, when Phil said it's the fella who does King of the Road, says he must be dead 100 years. That's what I thought as well. That's not the King of the Road I'd heard of.
Because I wouldn't mind.
But then when he showed it to me, I'd heard it on social media as well.
Yeah.
Because what happened was the place was on wheels, and she came up and she was like, "Can you do King of the Road?" And I was like, "Does she want me to slow the whole room down now at trailers for sale?" Like I was. But then now, the more I think of it, like I must look like some fucking idiot like this.
No, it's mad because even we were away there with the lads in Spain and it's just a weekend away, you know.
Yeah.
And I hate karaoke because there's never a song in my key and I sound horrendous. And I went with your man and said, "Fuck, last, you know, King of the Road," and he same thing, puff fucking that. I was like, "I know it's cool. I have to go with my man. It's cool. Like, you know, forget about it." And he hadn't a clue what he was talking about. You know what I mean?
Name called out.
Yeah, I should have just called. See, I called it King of the Road because the race is called King of the Road. You know?
Right.
So if I hadn't really thought about it, I should have just called it fucking the Sulky Racer because people call it the Sulky Racer. But yeah. Look, fucking.
What's the story behind it?
It's mad, right? Because I was watching this documentary on the telly one night about King of the Road, right? And they're all getting interviewed about I'm from Coolock, obviously, right? So I've seen lads, and I lived in Cabra, I've seen lads on the sulkies going up the road, and I just thought that was a hobby thing that they done, you know?
Yeah.
So, never knew they raced them up and down the road properly up the Duke Carriageway. So this thing's on the telly one night of the story behind this culture, the whole culture behind it. And they're not all only travellers, they're settled people do it, and they're all very into it, and they look after their horses and blah, 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 blah. But very well looked after horses. So,
but the sulkies are the small little carriages that people sit in the two things.
Little chariot-looking things.
Like this,
Yeah.
With one or two people on it, yeah, right. So I'm watching this thing, and I was like, "Mad bastards!" Like, so it just came to me like when you write songs, it just when you're howling down the road at 90 miles, because years ago, "Oh yeah, man was flying down the rock car and he was down about 90 miles an hour."
Yeah.
So it was just a turn of phrase sort of thing. So I had howling down the road 90 miles an hour on the back of a sulky racer in my phone for about 2 years. Just sitting in my phone. And then fucking the lockdown came along. I done fucking nothing for about 3 or 4 months. And then I picked up the guitar one day, realised my fingers were starting to lose that, you know.
Yeah, the hard bits.
So I started just setting up a live stream of a Friday night and trying to keep myself in the loop of playing music or whatever. And then I decided to sit down and write a song. So I'm going through all my notes and I find this the little lick that I had in me phone, and I knew nothing about the bloody thing. So when I'm looking at all these videos online of the races and the meetings, and there was this fella used to have these videos, but you only see the start of the race and the end of the race. I was trying to get a bit more info. So I'm watching hundreds of these races and I'm messaging people, and it kind of has a bit to debate because it's illegal.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
So up the north it's not illegal. They close off roads and all this carry on. So I couldn't get a hold of anybody, and then I eventually got a hold of a fella called Thomas Clark, who's a big horsey fella, does funerals and weddings and all sorts of stuff like that, and films and all. And he happily says to me, ask me any question you want.
Yeah.
So for about 2 weeks, I sent a WhatsApp message saying, what's this things around their legs? They're called hobbles. Keeps the young horses in a trot.
And you're taking down like different words that you can.
No,
that rhymes with.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
But the gas thing was, I got the first verse, and then he kept mentioning all these other horses. So in the song, every horse is a real horse. So the Chip and Pin and the Indian was an extra race, one of the biggest road races, right? And the Chip and Pin was meant to be the next big thing, and the Indian was meant to be the next big thing. And the Chip and Pin won. But anything bred off the Chip and Pin came nowhere, and then anything bred off the Indian was done very well.
Yeah, right.
So every other horse in that race is bred off the Indian. So the big noise and the streamline sapphire. So when he kept telling me about these horses that were all related to this one horse, I was going, bloodline. So I was like, all I had to do was change the name of the horse, the time they won the race, and switch it around a little bit, and then boom, there was the song. So
That's savage.
now the gas thing is, right, funny enough, I recorded it into my phone, sent it back to Thomas thinking he might not want to be in it because his name is mentioned, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, yeah, cool. And then I got told like 3 weeks later that's flying around the internet. And I was like, what? So I went on and somebody got a hold of the recording, which was a shit recording, and it was arse back to front and all.
Yeah.
And he put a stupid video up of it, and I was like, oh, that's fucking bollocks. So, and I wanted to do a proper recording and all.
yeah.
So it was still in the lockdown. I said, right, fuck this. I recorded in my bedroom, like similar to what you have here at the time. Before it was put down to the kitchen bush, that's another thing. And I recorded it, and I literally recorded with the guitar, a stomp, a tambourine on my foot. And then I got like a little keyboard, and I just went dum 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 like that, and then that was it. And then I made a video up that pulled loads of footage off all races, and I was clever enough to send it back to Thomas, because Thomas was really the one who sent the song around because his name was in it. And they're all very jealous of each other in the horsey games, you know what I mean? So,
Right.
So anyway, I sent it to Thomas. I said, there's the video in WhatsApp. So it broke the algorithm sort of Facebook, because if I put it up, do you know I'm...
Of course. That's actually very clever.
Yeah.
That's very clever, because if you put out your own stuff, the algorithm won't promote you the way someone else will. If that makes that's very clever.
And still to this day, if you went on the Thomas's page where it was put up first, he's loads of views. And I put up on the band page the day later, and it's still only at 40,000. And Thomas hit over 100. And I was like, that's nuts. But there you go, that's the algorithm.
Algorithm's just
the algorithm.
the algorithm.
Don't get us started on the algorithm.
But then then people asked what to go to Spotify, and I put it on the Spotify, and then it's just done its own thing, really. You know, it's like a fella called Wally Page wrote songs for Christy Moore. I know Wally well. He used to say to me, songs like Magic Carpets. Yeah. What the fuck does that mean? He says, some you ride forever, some you don't. Yeah. So it makes sense now to what he was talking about with the likes of King of the Road, because no one else is listening to the rest of me. It's just that.
Well, I'll tell you, Eddie, this song at the minute is sitting at over 11 million streams.
Yeah, it's mad.
11 million streams. Like that, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, like it's... Look, yes, what streams? The fuck all, really. But in fairness, like, I mean, I get a few bob out of it. Like,
of course, definitely,
And it funds my project from what I get between Spotify, YouTube revenue, you know yourselves from stuff up and all that. And I'm very lucky in the sense that I pay for my project without having to dip into mortgage money or anything like that.
Of course.
So you can keep recording your own stuff and writing songs.
Yeah. So it's good, like, but... Yeah, and then I recorded it with the album with the lads, put it onto the album because I wanted everything to be the same.
Yeah.
And we probably recorded a little bit too fast, to be honest with you. But when you listen to the original, when you listen to us play live, it's kind of more like the album version, really.
Right, yeah.
Where I think
everything's faster live, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, like and the recording that I done in the bedroom, I actually thought when I listened back it was a little bit slow, but I just had this thing in my head of the horse, the rhythm of a horse. Even though you're not sitting on a fucking horse, that's sitting on a yoke. But it's that sort of rhythm. And that's where I got it from. But I'm an awful nuisance for either starting something too slow or too fast. Anyway, so.
But if you think about it, that song is probably their anthem. Like I'd say before every race now that song's probably played.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I'd say on the way to races they're blaring that in the car and all.
like
Yeah,
the-
yeah.
It's like the World Cup song.
Of course.
There's people in America I know, right, head of world that they're big into harness riding, massive over there, big money and all. And like I see the video of one day, this American woman singing it in like a jeep going somewhere. And I was like, what the fuck, like. Anyway, I met Heather a couple of times last year and the year before at the VDM, which is a track race and harness race, if you get me.
Okay,
And
I've seen them on TV, on
yeah,
American
it's
TV.
done on a door track kind of.
Yeah.
And lovely lady, lovely family, and lovely people, and they all whack it out over there all the time.
That's
and
class.
it's mental.
That's class.
But even on the first million, I always remember the first million. It was just near the end of the lockdown, and lads were doing a 50k run around the park out my way for charity for the whatever, and loads of people. But that was the morning after I went 1 million.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everybody was coming up to me going, and I was literally down with a camera and a pair of rollerblades, the video of the lads doing this thing, and people are coming to me going, "Go on, you good thing," and I was like, "All right." Lads that I used to never like years ago were coming up going, "Oh yeah," I was like, "This is great, this is handy, innit?" You know. And
Your
I always
viral,
remember-
viral sensation.
yeah, the first million was the best, I think, because I felt like everybody in my area
Yeah.
kind of got behind me. And
Yeah, it's a bit of support.
yeah,
Definitely.
It was nice.
It's the same. Yeah, it's
Once you get
when
to
you
10
get-
million, they're like, no, that fella can fuck off.
fucking notions.
Like, there's lads doing the run, like, I don't know, I can't think of the fella's name. He runs a running club and he says to me, "I listen to that song, the pace of the song is perfect for running."
That's class.
It's interesting you said that you were thinking of like as you ride a horse, because I feel like in a weird way that might be something that helps the song become big, because everything's a rhythm, like all of life is a rhythm,
Yeah.
like, and like everything is a frequency. I think is like frequency moving around. So when you're thinking of like the basically the gallop of a horse,
Yeah, that sort of-
that like just putting that into the song might be something that helps it connect with people who are
Yeah.
into the horses, and
So,
even
yeah,
just it gives you that like primal like,
Kind of feel,
yeah.
yeah. But yeah, the lad, like one of the lads had a little radio on his hip that day doing the race, and then I was coming along the rollerblades. He's like, "Listen." Like, what the fuck? I'm on a pair of rollerblades with a camera going, "All right, yeah, sound." That's mad.
That's mad.
Madness. And then it was like it got to. It's done 2 million a year in the last 2 years, and I got to 10 there in May, and we were all out with the football team. I'm involved with Kilmore Celtic. I just do like social media stuff and
Okay,
off them.
yeah.
And the lads had a day out in the races, and yeah, it hit the 10 million on the day. We're all the boys on the bus giving the loads. That was good crack. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's nice to have
little milestones like that.
yeah,
no?
little milestones. It's just nice to have your own community around you when you're doing what you're doing. Really.
course.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if that makes sort of
Yeah,
sense.
we'd Ian Malloy on recently. He does comedy sketches and stuff around. He's from town, but he was just saying that as more people see the videos, he's people coming up that he knows and people that he doesn't know even. But everyone from the area, they're real proud of him, and everyone kind of gives you like a reassurance. You're worried about. You're a bit self-conscious whenever you're resetting. You're a bit self-conscious in some way.
Yeah.
But he was saying that just as he sees the growth in it, he sees a lot more people coming up and just saying, "Oh, I love that video," or "I love that song," or
Like, I won't mention names, but only there last week I got a message sent to me of a mother of a girl who's, I'd say she's 14, and she said she showed me a video with the girl singing the song, and she had autism, and she says, "Eddie, she listens to this song every morning before she goes to school. It regulates her or something."
Yeah.
Now, I'm not really up with autism, so I don't really know. And it was the girl's birthday, and I said, "Do you want me to go in and sing it to her like the next day?" And she goes, "Oh, she said, I said, all right, send the video, one or the other." And she says, "Oh, if you could send the video, it'd be great," because I don't know when
Yeah, of course.
The poor girl probably scarlet anyway, like
Yeah,
this fucking weirdo coming in with a guitar. Who's this fella?
I prefer him when I don't see him. I prefer him to listen to him.
Just give us a video, that'd be grand.
Yeah.
But I sent her a little video wishing her well, and the stories that comes back to me with that song is nuts. Like, it's not only people say, "Oh, the travellers." It's not the travellers. I know I have loads of friends who are travellers, and I've nothing against travelling people at all. But it's not only travelling people; it's to do with all walks of life. Young people, mostly, I get a give out, not a give, a kick out of it, because of his. I'll give you one funny story, right? I've told this before. So I collected my gear one night in a local GA club where, I left it the night before, I collected the next day. I was sitting down with a mate of mine, and we're just sitting down having a pint, and he I thought it was near Christmas time, right? And this fella was going, "Oh, I was in school there. Oh, they got a phone call to school the other day saying, like, your son's at this singing inappropriate songs. Like, what do you mean? So the kids would all ask him in and do a little party piece for Christmas and whatever.
Yeah.
And the uncle started kicking the road. So the principal of the school rang up the parents saying, "No, your son's singing inappropriate song."
What's inappropriate about it?
Hooting.
All right.
But it's not hooting.
No hooting in our school, lads.
Yeah, it's not hooting in the sense of hooting.
Yeah.
It's you know, but they're making a deal of it then. But there's loads of mad funny stories.
Has there been any big covers of it? Because I know it's your song and you wrote it. But wasn't there a traveller singer who did a cover of it that's also it's a big cover of it?
There's a remix.
Because I know it's huge in the travelling community. I know it's massive, like.
Yeah, there's a remix of I opened the site and did something like that. And it just used the lick. It uses just a lick of it, and then you hear the end kick the road.
Yeah, you better be getting paid for that. Get on the Imro.
I looked up and I couldn't find it. Done it. Oh, you said, "I'll leave them on it." It's literally just a soundboy from
John Smith.
Yeah, it's literally a soundboy, and you hear you kicking the road, and that's it. Another lad I know came to me and asked. He was like an aspiring sort of music producer, and he done like a little dance mix of it. That's actually all right. Now there's a band called Rise and Shine from down the country. They're very good. Probably the best version I've ever heard of it. Three lads, one with a fiddle, one with guitar, and one on a box.
Oh yeah.
And it's good.
That sounds good. Yeah,
I like it.
That sounds like it would suit it to me. A bit of a fiddle in it. Like.
Yeah, a little fiddle and a little bit of percussion. And then there's been a couple of kids, people in that, 18, 16. Putting up versions of it on TikTok. But if we ever see anyone do a version of it, I'll put it in my story or I'll share it.
Lovely stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Because some of these are only like starting out in their career, their music, and why not? What's the big deal?
Definitely.
But no, there's no one big that I know of that's done anything but other than that remix version of it. But and then I heard something the other day. Actually.
Niall Horan's going to be the only one.
Yeah, Niall Horan.
Hooting down the road, yeah. No, it's gas.
I missed that completely.
Niall Horan, yeah, gas. But no, there's no one that I know of that's done it. But there's a band in Australia contacted me. They done a cover of it. They have it up on Spotify and all. The Rise and Shine lads, they have it up on Spotify. And then there's just loads of any other kind of young people doing it on TikTok.
It's deadly to see something like Philip has a song with a few million as well. I've never had anything over a few. I think 60,000 is the most I got in one. So it's like it's nice to have something that you make go that far. Like it gives you a bit of reassurance or a bit of pride or whatever.
It's not a days you're banging your head off a wall and you're a musician.
Yeah.
Like where you're like, fuck this shit. Like when you see something like that, that's the sort of thing goes, we give it another year.
Yeah. Keep you going. Keep you going. Yeah.
Well, Eddie, funny enough, I saw a video that you were talking about, and it's just about the music industry in general, right? You were saying that streams can be streams and with popularity, but you were saying that no music festivals had approached you. Oh. And that's very strange. And that's where I find the music industry like you get like what they'll do is they'll pick someone that they want.
Yeah.
They'll pick a young fella that they want and he'll get main stage at Electric Picnic or he'll get main stage at All Together Now and it'll be all label driven, even though there's an independent musician out there with 11 million streams that everybody loves.
Look, I mean, unfortunately, not all my songs have 11 million streams, but that's just the way it is. Some, like I said, the magic carpet thing again.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Like, I got onto a PR person there about last year, before I got to give me a hand when we pushed around all around the town with Christy and Damo on it, right? And she was saying to me, like, I said, I'm finding it hard. She goes, get onto that, get the Hot Press album or thing, yearbook. Sat down one day and at the right time to do it, emailed all the small festivals, emailed some of them twice. Now, obviously, they're not going to come looking for you, but when you look at people that I know that have, and I do, I'm a bit of a weirdo with this shit. I do look at what I have, like my listenership, which is about 130,000
a month. Yeah.
Right? You go to these people that have feck all views on their songs. They probably have less than fucking 50,000, not even 20,000 listeners a month. Their Instagram might be bigger than mine. But I said, what the fuck are you listening to? Are you listening to little reels that go on for a minute? Oh, I'm a fan. Or do you actually go and listen to the music?
I wonder if the festivals are thinking that the festival videos will reach more people if they've got more of an Instagram following, which it's like an upside down way of looking at it.
I don't get that. And then I see another person also said to me, he used to be in a band over here, and he works over in England, and he works with I don't know if it's a record company, but something with the music industry. And he said, I don't think putting that picture of the horse on your thumbnail of your Spotify was a good idea, because I think they all think
you're a horse.
Well, you're either a horse or you're part of the traveller community.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
honestly.
mad, yeah.
And I'm not, again, we're talking about travellers a lot here, but as I said, I've loads of friends, but I think some people think like that.
Yeah, it could be, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Like I was like, give me a shot at the Salty Dog stage one weekend, let's say electric picnic, and see what happens.
Yeah.
Do you know, like there's a lad there, Tony Cunningham.
He was on the podcast with us.
Yeah.
I spoke to Tony loads of times. We were meant to do something together. He does down there. He gave me the email address for who he deals with.
For the Salty Dog, yeah.
He has an agent or something, but he got me an email address, and like that man's been on The Voice, and he's a big profile. He actually think done King of the Road as well on his TikTok page, but I just don't know. And I've seen the bands that play at these things, and I'm not saying I'm better than them or anything like that, but I just, with a hole in me wall, I'm just banging my head off sometimes, you know.
Well, maybe after this now, because because they'll see this, I'm sure. So let's see. Let's see what we can make
Rattling
happen.
Kind on the festival.
Yeah, but that's it. Like, so, I mean,
well, you just mentioned there. So when you said Christy and Demo, so you did a song with Christy Dignam and Damien Dempsey.
Yeah. So I recorded all around the town probably 12, 13 odd years ago. And then when I was redoing the album, when I've done we were a band years ago with friends, and we all split up because we just the lads got real jobs, and I stuck at it and whatever. And then I kept the band going, and then I was playing on my own, doing the pubs and all that. And then I brought in a couple of other lads, and then I made a whole album, and I wasn't really sure of the album, and then I tried demos in a different studio, and then I done that, and then I go, I like this, and I left that one alone, and I done that. So in order to keep it all the same, rather than pulling in the old recording, and I record all the songs fresh, so it all has that same sound, if that makes sense. So all around the town was going to go on it, because we done an EP years ago. I never got any further than the EP. So in my head, we have to finish the album that was meant to be done 12 years ago, or whatever.
Yeah.
So long story short, so I approached Christy, because I met Christy a few times through the years, and I met Damo a few times as well. I used to live around the corner with Damo. And Christy said yeah first, and then I bumped into Damo at Clinchy's funeral, which is the guy who shows the pill cue up your man's arse and Love Hate.
Oh, yeah.
And Love Hate used my song and their DVD all around the town on a version of the murder that I'd done. And when I seen Damo at his funeral, which I thought was weird, because Clinchy loved all around the town, which was a mad little circle. And he says, yeah, I'd be well up for it. But it's Christy's last ever recording, ever. So before he died, and he wasn't well when he came out of the studio, was out of the studio, Clondalkin. And I picked Damo up, picked him up, and I'm driving down the blade and M50 going, what the fuck is going on?
two powerhouses, Irish music in the back.
Christy's estate, and nearly went through a red light. I was like, what? And I was like, oh, my fucking name. Into Christy's gaff, and I'm like, sitting there trying to be really cool, and like, And we went over, and Christy was waffling away with the back garden, and loads of great funny stories. And Christy went in, and here's Christy to me, is that all right? And I'm like, that's great. That's grand, yeah. And then Dom was like, no, can you do that again? I was like, what are you saying? Don't be fucking shut up. But no, Christy was great. Because even if you watch the end of All Around the Town, I put this little clip in it where he's singing the song and he's getting to the point, and I was like, and he fucked it up just at the very end, and I went, that's great, that's brilliant, that's where you need to be going with that. Yeah. And he said, I can't let this be a bigger tune, a crazy world, and then clatters me. And he was like, I'm only messing with you. And I was like, I'll never wash my face again. I was like, he's had to slap me in the head. So Catherine, his wife, loves that part in the video. She's delighted you left that in there, because that's his sort. He was a very funny person. That was his sort of character. And and then do you know what the fucking mad thing was? God love him. When we were shooting the video, so we recorded it in the June. I think was it the June? It was about a month later. We're doing the video for that, and we're doing a performance part in the chocolate factory in town. Right. And that was on the Friday. Christy died on the Monday. And it was very sad. And obviously we couldn't get him in the video because he was on his knees then, God love him. But I was like, how did you put Damien Dempsey in the video and not Christy? And whatever. And then I was like, bet me head off the wall again for a while. And then I come up with the idea of a projection. How it could be projection through something to put his image on something. Yeah. And through a friend of a friend and whatever, we got a fella out with a big, huge, fuck off projector, which is worth about 80 grand. down onto Shadow Street and projected Christie up onto the bridge.
Ah, lovely.
And it was like bigger than the room here.
Yeah,
You know, and up he was. So I basically had little clips from him from the studio, little clips from when he done his solo stuff where you just see him.
Projected up onto the...
Projected it up onto it, and that's how I got him into the video, because you could not put him in the video really, do you know what I mean? So
that's class.
But yeah, I was pretty lucky to get that as well, like, you know.
That's class.
Yeah. And demo sound as well, yeah.
And you were saying Love Hate used one of your songs there as well.
Yeah. So years ago, the older version of All Around It, the original version, I'd say, a lot of people say, oh, I prefer the older version, don't really like the newer version, but just listen to the older version and don't listen to the newer version.
I think a lot of people would... The first version of anything you hear, that's only the one you'll ever like.
Stick with, yeah.
It's the same with, like, you know, I released a song for my mate Spainer who died, and I did a version on SoundCloud. It's just me into the phone, and then I did a proper studio version. Anyone who heard the SoundCloud version prefers that, like,
it's mad,
just on the
it?
phone, yeah,
Like,
because it's just something to, like, the first time you hear something, that's the one
first
you
time
want,
you
yeah.
hear it sticks in your head.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
Like, I mean, we recorded All Around the Town originally once. And it was like, because there's a slow part at the start and it picks up, the whole thing was recorded slow. Long story short, we'd scratched it and we went back and done it again. And I was still never happy with it, even though this is the one that people liked. And then the way it's done now is the way I thought it should always have been done, up tempo, thumping, whatever. But the only thing that I suppose as well, I kind of call that the Christie demo version. Where, you know, I'm not trying to regurgitate the song again.
Yeah.
I have two lads
Yeah,
on it,
yeah,
which
exactly,
makes it
yeah.
different and all.
Makes it a different thing.
Yeah, but yeah, the original version basically, Love Hate came out. I wasn't really into it at the time, the first series, and then I think the second series, and loads of people kept saying your song would be great in that.
Yeah.
So we ended up watching one of a couple of episodes, and then we banged on doors, and then we eventually got two email addresses to the producers. One was like, I can't think of her name, and she was like, we get this all the time, and send it in, la la la. And then David Caffrey was like, yeah, send me that over. So we went. David Caffrey's done like some fucking what you call that thing, Peaky Blinders and all that.
Oh,
Yep.
And so yeah, basically went over to David, showed us the episode before anybody seen it on the screen, what it looked like and how it was going to sound. The only thing was, stickler-wise, was it wasn't going to be on the RT version. It was going to be on the DVD.
Right.
Now, the reason being is because RTE have a blanket agreement to use any music in the world, Rolling Stones, you name it, on RTE, on the island of Ireland. So, in order to sell a couple of DVDs, they're not allowed to put all them, they have to pay big money.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Oh,
little
that
fucking
makes sense.
cheeky bands like us get a little lick in then. So, yeah. So, when we
Two you will be on the DVD.
yeah,
you two.
two you, yeah, very good. So basically, yeah, the lads are like, yeah, I said, fuck that, send the whole CD over, there might be something else you like. And we, you know, the mayor out, Ronnie Drew's, there's somebody's under the bed. So we done like a fucking bluesy version of that, which is totally different the way it sounds.
Yeah.
And of course, yeah, he took the two of them. So the mayor opens up episode 6 of the second last season, I think. And then All Around the Town comes in when the two...
And these are all in the DVD versions.
Yeah, the DVD version. And when the drug addicts is on the floor and it closes one of the episodes, All Around the Town comes into it, yeah. It's mad.
So would the DVD versions be on Netflix or the streaming? Or
Yeah, because I think so. Because a friend of mine, he sent me a clip to that night, going, I'm watching you. I'm sitting here and my gaff watching this in the telly and you're coming on the screen.
So I never watched Love Hate. I must have.
Yeah.
Love Hate's brilliant.
I've been thinking of reasons to watch it, so that's another one.
Yeah, so I didn't realise it was on the Netflix one, in fairness. But see...
It's on the net, or is it on the RTE player version?
I'd have to actually double check and see which one. I know my mate was watching it on something. But see, we were a bit wet behind the ears. Like, we got a bright out for the night on the piss.
Yeah.
A little small few bob. And then we got a slot on the Saturday night show.
Oh, lovely.
Which was kind of a bit of exposure. But yeah, that was about fucking it, really. Like, do you know what I mean? Slapping the wrist and
It's
off
an
you go.
experience, but yeah, it's something different, yeah.
Something different. And
But it's
to
mad
get that mush out.
You did the same. You got a song on a Netflix thing.
Yeah, I
didn't
had a song on a Netflix
Yeah.
show. Yeah. It was a BBC Netflix thing called Red Rose.
Right.
And it was just me singing the Galway Shawl. But what they did was they took it and they put it in the background of a scene of a pub.
Right.
But so when because I was thinking, right, Netflix, every time this gets played, I'm going to get like, but they sent this thing over. Now listen, the money was all right, but they sent it over and they were like, you signed this and that's what you're getting, and you're getting nothing else after that.
Yeah. See, we were, my mates, the lads, I said that the lads I set up the band, friends, like, you know, they're all still doing their real jobs now. They were like, no, just go with it. And I said, fuck this. So I rang up Imro and everything, and they were like, well, to be honest with you, like, if I was you, I just
Yeah.
You're not you two, you're two you.
You're more to you.
So yeah, for exposure wise, now in fairness, we did benefit from it because loads of people are getting their like fucking hampers from Ireland sent to Australia with their Tato crisps and that Love Hate DVD just to remind you home and how shit it is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we were on it, so we got a bit of a following from Australia over and all that, you know. So
We're the same with this podcast as well. There's we get a lot of expats, like people who are living abroad.
Mad
we
stuff.
We get a lot of messages from people living in Australia.
Boys out like in combine harvesters in the far ends of fields in Adelaide and all. It'd be like, just sitting here 2 miles down a field ready to turn, listening to like just about things like that. So shout out to everybody doing their regional and in Canada and wherever you are and all.
Yeah,
Newfoundland.
I got a few of the lads sent me fucking up picking lemons or oranges or something.
Mangoes.
Mangoes, yeah.
My brother did it,
at work and like that they're the ass singing King of the Road peeling fucking mangoes around. I was like, Jesus Christ, lads, like, do you know what I mean? But no, have you ever been in Australia?
I was there for.
Yeah, I was.
You
were
were there
there
for a few days. My brother lived in Darwin for a while, so we went to see him, but we were only there for a few days. We went to Bali then.
Lovely.
We were supposed to stay 2 weeks in Darwin and a few days in Bali, but we went to Bali. We ended up staying there for nearly 3 weeks.
Yeah, no, that was in Bali. I was in Australia now 2 years ago. I went over and done a fucking.
Where were you?
I got asked over to do a hand in hand Irish Aboriginal festival in Perth.
Lovely.
Right, and,
my brother lives not too far. He lives in Kalgoorlie. But we went over to see him.
Fremantle is where I was. It's outside of.
Isn't Fremantle? Isn't there there's a lovely beach there in Fremantle? But isn't that where there's a famous
jail.
Aussie rules team as well? Yeah. There's a big jail there as well. Fremantle jail. Yeah.
That's where your man. They ever hear the Catalpa, the ship that came over from America to take all the prisoners from Australia and bring them back.
Right.
There's a big story behind that. What was your man, John Boyle O'Reilly, and this was like Ocean's 11 of its time. And the boat got sent. It was like 3 years the planet. They sent a boat from Boston, all the way around, and you had to pretend you were whalers. And they got as far as the fucking Fremantle, and this is where all the convicts were sent to. And there were a lot of Republican prisoners or whatever. I think it was 17 or 18 something. And they basically grabbed these fuckers out, got them onto a boat. I should look it up. Just Google it.
Yeah.
Right, cause the anniversary was I think 150 or 200 years the other day or last week or something. Right. And
I wouldn't fancy swimming in the water around there.
He's terrified of sharks, like absolutely terrified.
Especially when they're right in front of you. But yeah, these boys, look it up, boys, because you could probably do an episode on right? John Boyle O'Reilly, and they had these lads out on the beach or whatever, they were at escaping, and they got away with the skin of their teeth.
Right.
And at one point, they were on a rowboat to get out to the big boat, and this steamer's coming behind them, and like, you know, it was steamboat, which is like fast in its time, and they nearly catch them. And only for your man that was the captain of the ship at the time puts up an American flag and says something like, if you shoot this boat, you're going to go to war with the Americans and all. And the Brits go, all right, and turned around and went home. And they got away with it.
It's a bit like, remind me, when you were telling the story there, it reminded me of remember the IRA prisoners who the helicopter tried to land in the jail? It's a bit like that.
But like, this was,
of its day.
It was epic the way they done it. Like, when you think how long they travelled, at one point they didn't think they were going to make it. There was no fucking texts and emails in them days.
No sat nav.
Where's this cunt? Do you know what I mean?
Follow the stars.
Yeah, but I have to say now, fascinating story. But yeah, there's the jail that kept all the convicts is there in Fremantle, and that's where the little festival was. Then I went.
What was the festival like?
Yeah, it wasn't huge now. It's a small little boutique thing, but it was interesting because it's all about the Aboriginal Irish connection.
Right, yeah.
So my passport over there was I did write a song between something to do with an Irish person and an Aboriginal person, and I'm like,
fucking hell.
So I got told a story of this lady who fell in love with an Irish doctor called Edward Bateman. Or does it Dr. Bateman, I call him. Yeah. Basically, they were a well-to-do family. They all fought in the World War One. His tuberous died. He didn't die. He fought for the Imperial Army. He travelled when he was in Australia. He fought in the Australian Imperial Army. And he basically, the war's over, falls in love with this lady, this Aboriginal lady. They fall in love together, they have a kid together. And he basically gets ostracised. She gets sent off to a mission. The kid's taken away from her. And his two brothers that die in the war, the father donates a cup to the IRFU called the Bateman Cup, which I still think is played today.
Right.
And your man's buried in a purpose grave over there because of his whole connection with an Aboriginal woman. So the song is called Colleen Rua because she had a kind of auburny, reddish hair.
Oh, right, yeah.
And kind of half-cast skin. And
is it on your Spotify?
No, I think it's. There's actually a video on my TikTok page on my YouTube of it. Yeah, it's not on Spotify yet because I recorded it over there with a relation of the lady. Now, she actually only died about 2 weeks ago. She was 90 something. The lady herself, and the fella who played the didgeridoo was her nephew. But I never got to finish when I was over there. I ran out of time, you know. Yeah. So it's something I wanted to go back to. So I only kind of put up a little bit of a version. But yeah, it's an interesting story, like about how fucking, you know,
about how the times have changed. Yeah.
Oh, so, yeah.
But my brother was telling me over there like that in Australia, as early like in the 1900s, they considered Aborigines as like a type of plant. Yeah. Like you could go basically, you could do whatever you want. Like there's no laws. Like
some of the big farmers over there, let's say, or the cattle ranchers, they'd have an Aboriginal woman as a fucking. They'd come out with the missions and you'd have them as a sort of like a maid, and they were like fucking raping them and riding them.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing over there, there was
something to do with schools as well. They took all the kids away and put them in like some like
put them into white schools and all.
Or else put them into these like, I think a lot of them disappeared. Like a lot of kids got taken to be educated and they never came back. Like a lot of that kind of shit. Yeah, there's
a lot of raping and like the Irish raped over there as well. Like, I mean, there's a lot of that going on in regards to people that had wealth. And
if you give someone power over other people, that's the kind of thing that happens. Yeah,
and the whole objective was to breed them out. Yeah. There's I think the video that I do have up on TikTok, you see this part of your man, he's pointing at a board, and you see an Aboriginal woman, and then you see like when she breeds with a white man, she goes half caste, and then eventually they're white.
Yeah.
And he's pointing this out on the board. You know, there's a film
like an evolution type thing.
Yeah, there's a film called The Rabbit Fence, or Behind the Rabbit Fence, about these two kids, and there's a little part in where you see a man doing it. It's and like the Aboriginals are very similar to like the Celts in a sense, and the Irish.
It's a similar. If you think about like Aboriginal cultures, when they get taken by empires, it tends to drive them to the drink. As well, it's the same with the Native Americans, the same with the Aborigines when I was over there, and the same with the Irish in a lot of ways. I think
the same with the Irish, indeed.
Yeah, I think we're more. What's the word? Not indoctrinated. We're kind of more mixed because it was for hundreds of years before. So it's because England's right beside us. Yeah. But it's like the places where are across the world, the cultures are completely different. Yeah, they're still recovering.
It's like see what you say about the no drinking thing. So Aboriginals never would have drank.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And when they were all pushed out to these reserves, like the Indians were, they were given alcohol. Yeah. Purely so they go off their bangers because they weren't able for it. Their body wasn't used to it or anything like that. And that's why they're all the way they are.
Yeah.
Like some Australians over there call Aboriginals dirt, like the dirt in the shoe.
Yeah.
Now, they do spit at white people and all that. But they might be drunk on the ground, they might be begging for money, but it's drilled into their brain and what was done to them.
That's what I mean. It's a result of the years of
being cunts.
Well, just say people coming in like saying, "Oh, I like this land." People like Aboriginal cultures tend to just like they live for the land. They don't live to own stuff. Like it's a simple living. And then when you introduce like the Western way, where new technologies and all, of course, it drives everything fucking mad.
Yeah, it's nuts because like the way, like even when I was flying from Perth to Brisbane, and it's a 5-hour drive, or not drive, do you hear me? Fly, and you can see all the massive mines and all that. That drives them mad that they're just going in digging up the land. Cause
so that's my brother. He lives in a mining town, and it's like I think it's the biggest outdoor gold mine in the world. And I mean, you know, that's
some bread.
There's some money
in
the mines. Like there's lads in Australia fly in and fly out. I think they do 3 weeks on and 4 weeks off or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's mad.
Yeah, you stay on the site for 2 or 3 weeks, and then you go home for a week or two, and then you go back out and all that. But just get great money for it.
So my brother, he has a plumbing company out there, and he's been out there. He actually has Australian citizenship. Him, and he has 2 kids out there, and he'll never come home.
We have a mate like that as well. He went over there with, I think it was a grand in his back pocket. Went over to do the usual go drinking for the first few months. Then eventually got a bit of work, and now he's happy over there. He's married, 2 kids, has his own business, doing the concrete, flying.
And I have cousins over there that went and stayed. My brother was there for 8 years. And then when he was applying for citizenship, something happened, some error that someone made along the way where they told him he'd have to start the process again. So he just went, if you know my brother, he just goes, "No, fuck this. We're going home. Fuck this." So he came home to Ireland for a while, but he's in Malta now. He's happy there.
Yeah, because I know a fella that's something similar, a great carpenter, and he lives out by Portmarnock, and he's saying he applied for 2 or 3 times. I think he said all in all he must spend like 30, 40 grand trying to get this, and he kept refusing, and he just fuck this. And
I think he spent 30. I think he said 30 grand or something overall, and he had all the people that you needed as sponsors and all this thing. And something happened with just some little error on some page that he had to start the whole process again. He just
fuck that, man. Yeah, that drove you mad, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But no, it's great. Australia was great now, but I don't know if I could live there. Very hot.
Very hot.
Very hot. But everything can kill you. That's what I hate about the fucking place. You have spiders in your house the size of fucking Volkswagen Golfs.
And they're the ones that won't kill you.
Or snakes.
Snakes,
sharks, crocodiles.
I know, because in Fremantle...
Octopuses.
In Fremantle, there's a little beach, and it was a real hot day, the first day, and I was like, oh yeah, someone we were swimming, and then someone else said, I wouldn't swim in that. And I said, why? Because sharks can just easy come in.
Yeah, that's what we went to Darwin. We went down to the beach, and everyone's at the beach, but everyone's 30 feet back from the water. Yeah. No one's in the water. And I was like, "What's this?" And he goes, "Oh, salties." And I went, "Oh,
salties."
Yeah, it's like the crocodiles.
Oh no, fuck that.
Salties. Oh, salties. Oh, right.
Up there, it's not even the sharks that you're worried about. It's the saltwater crocodiles.
Saltwater crocodiles. Yeah.
They're in the sea.
I was only watching that man last night on the telly. Remember Steve Irwin?
Oh yeah.
His son is now trying to do the same thing. He's sitting there, a big chicken, he's slapping off the ground, and your man's looking at him, and he comes out and just goes whack. And I said, if that was me now when I was the crocodile, I'd say, fuck the chicken, come here, you.
It wasn't the crocodiles made a little pact with the fucking rays. I remember the night that Steve Irwin died, because we were in a session and I was doing impressions of him the whole for hours beforehand. I kept doing impressions. It was for the night I just decided I was Steve Irwin off my head.
Yeah.
And then someone got a message in the phone saying he's dead. I was like, no fucking way. It was like a
stingray or something.
Yeah, stingray. That it was. I don't know if it even said it at the time when it was. It was probably the next day that he found out. But
I think the oak that killed him was such a fluke, because they're not aggressive animals, and it just happened to pierce him in the heart. Or something.
It was trying to, as it swims away, it whips his tail, and the tail got him in the heart. Which is mad. It's when you think of someone who grabs the most venomous snakes in the world and crocodiles by the tail, and then it's a fucking stingray got him.
Put tape around the mouth and all. Fuck that.
Eddie, have you much coming up?
Just gigging away. I'm going over to the studio on Tuesday just to work on demos for the next the next album as such. And
any songs coming out for Christmas or anything? You gonna go for a Christmas #1 this year?
No. Well, in fairness, I wrote a song about my granny, and it's on the album as Granny's Cooking, and one of the lads said, why don't you make that a Christmas song? Because I mentioned Christmas time in Dublin town, and it's all about going to be nannies at Christmas and the Howleys and all that, and
yeah,
I just didn't.
Well, and that's it sorted.
You can make it a Christmas song like Die Hard's a Christmas film. It doesn't have to be about Christmas.
Yeah.
But it's
very
but
true,
it just mentions it in it.
But it could be the first Christmas #1 that's not a Christmas song in Ireland.
Well, I was thinking if I made up a little video and put a couple of Santa hats on people, you get the gist of what's going on. Really, a few fancy lights in the
nostalgia.
Video. Yeah, because it was,
people love that.
Oh yeah, that's what got me into singing. My nanny was a great singer, and every Christmas there was a howdy in my nanny's.
Yeah.
And an uncle, he passed away a few years ago, but he was a great old ballad singer, you know.
Yeah.
And when people say to me, "Oh, what's your inspiration? Is it Luke Kelly or is it this?" I said, "No, it's that fella there. He's a big fat lad and all, but great voice, and he's got all the flowers and all the years ago, and everywhere you went around the country, people knew him and all. And he didn't play guitar, he just sang, played with other musicians and all. And but I loved my grannies for Christmas for that, and all. But I probably would like to do a little video for it. But that's not a bad idea, actually. Now that I think of it, throw a little video to throw the song out.
If you have the song there, you can get it done.
Just get it done,
quick, yeah.
But no, there's no major plans. I might be going away March, maybe abroad, to do a few gigs. It's not set in stone yet. And I'm actually doing a support slot at the High Kings in February.
Lovely.
That's probably the biggest thing I'll be doing in the next while. So I'll be doing Vicar Street.
Oh, lovely.
And a place up in, I think it's a TLC or the T, something. It's up in Drogheda, I think.
The TLT, is it?
TLT, good man. In February.
Lovely.
And that
stuff.
got confirmed yesterday. So
there you are, folks. If you want to see Eddie live with the High Kings, he'll be in the TLT
that's
and in Vicar Street in February.
Yeah, so
good stuff, man. That's class.
Yeah. So
that'll be some crack.
Yeah, the lads are sounding good. I speak to Darren a fair bit, and that we scribbled a song together there a while ago, but we never done anything with it as such at the moment. But the boys are out the door. out the door between tours with Australia, America, the whole lot.
Oh, they're massive in America.
It's a big,
massive in America.
It's been a big growth in Irish music, even and it's a bit more traditional, and just Irish artists in general, like in the last few years.
Amble and Kingfisher and all the boys.
Love Amble.
Amble are unbelievable.
My little one now, she's 11, and we got her tickets for her birthday to go and see them, and I just want to see her face when she got them, because she kept asking for the ones in the point, but she didn't know we already bought the ones for St. Anne's. I mean, we can't get them, they're sold out. No, just going mad, and we get them to, but she's only 11, like, she's going mad to see them. She loves folky music, so
that's what I mean. Like, even folky music is it's like there's been so much kind of electronic-y music
for so long,
like that was towards the kids, like for the last generation or so, and now it's gone the other way. People are more into like the folky stuff.
Like I think it's great. It's like, I mean, I have 3 girls, so 11, 14 and nearly 21, and like they have their own little sort of what they listen to, what they're into and all this, carry on. But the little one's man into sort of folky music, like, you know, she just singing and dancing and all that, carry on. But loves Amble and loves Kingfisher and the whole lot. And if she's ever at family parties, she gets up and does King of the Road with me.
But if you look at the Wolf Towns for selling out like festivals and all now, it just shows you.
Was that one of the biggest crowds at EP or something?
I think so, yeah.
That anyone ever got on the stage, like.
Didn't the Wolf Tones retire 4 years ago, and they've retired every year since?
Like Westlife. I remember Westlife broke up.
Bon Jovi done the same.
I remember
the Rolling Stones are still doing it.
I was trying to find it on me. Facebook memories. I said when Westlife broke up, I says I guarantee within the next 10 years there'll be a reunion.
100%.
Here we are now.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's only 3 of them left or something.
I think there's three or four.
Three of them left. Your man, well, Brian's gone, and then your man.
He's not well, or something, isn't he?
Mark's very sick, I think.
Yeah.
Boyzone the same. I don't know what the crack with Boyzone is going to be. So listen, I know that the promoters only wanted them to do England, and now everybody in Ireland's going mad because they're not doing a gig in Ireland. But it'd be interesting to see if your man Mikey Graham joins them, because did you watch that Boyzone documentary?
Yeah, Mikey actually.
He was a fairly detached. He wasn't really into it, like, you know. No. So I don't know if he's going to come back or not. Like, and he seemed the most real out of the whole lot of them in that documentary.
Like, Mikey's lives on the corner where he's from, or isn't he? He's around the corner with me. Like, I know his sister, I know his nephew. He's often had a point with us up in the Kilmare, didn't he, as well? Lovely fella. But I remember meeting him a couple of times before that happened, or before that interview came out, and then I watched it and I was like, wow, I didn't realise the whole thing. You know what I'm talking about, where he thought he was going to write the songs, and then he went down and done the album, and then he didn't get a lick in and all. That's heartbreaking stuff.
And I mean, and looking back at it, I think he was the only real musician in the band.
Yeah.
You know, like, right, Ronan Keaton can sing. Stephen Gately was a great singer. But I think as a musician, I think Mikey was probably the only all-rounder musician. Yeah. Like, he could play instruments, he could write songs, he could sing, he could do everything. You know what I mean? And I think that kind of...
Yeah, and I think he was a bit reluctant, from what I heard as well, to do the whole thing, the documentary thing. And then, obviously, they all done it individually, and then they all met up at the end, and he didn't. But what I did know was something that came up on my Facebook page the other day, and I don't know whether it's just there, but I had all their faces across it, even his, you know, like...
Oh, right.
For in regards to the tour.
But all the interviews have only been the 3 of them so far.
Oh, has it? Yeah.
Yeah, so all the interviews I've seen have been Shane Lynch, Keith Duffy and Ronan Keaton.
I don't think he was a big... there was a bit of team between him and your man Keith Duffy as well, so... I mean, I suppose you had blood with someone for years.
Yeah.
Just,
listen,
it's bound to happen, yeah.
Like, no, but like, imagine, like...
bound to happen, yeah.
Oh, like...
I'll choke him with a fucking tyre.
Honest to God, like...
Hey, you. We just got chased by Shane Lynch years ago with our kids, actually.
Did you, yeah?
Yeah, because where we lived in Coolock, he had cousins across the road in my wage gaff, and he used to be some family day or something, he'd come up to some point where, boys on our show you. And he came flying along the car one day, you know what I mean? On the towels over the back wall and all. Now, he probably wouldn't even remember that, but yeah, it was funny at the time. Like, you know. We done the Button Factory the last 2 years. That was great crack now. We got good crowd, good numbers into it, but like, that's 2 years worth of doing that album in there. And it's just, you know, yourself, it's just like, even though people probably still come, we just said, no, fuck it, we won't do it this year, leave it. We'll use the time to get stuck into the album and work on demos. And then so hopefully we'll have an album by the early next year, and then we'll gear up, possibly, maybe, Vicar Street.
Lovely stuff.
We're thinking we might just bite the bullet and fucking get a credit union loan and ask me granny for a lot of a few quid. just a bucket. But fuck it, bite the bullet and go for it. Like, because then we'll have 2 albums then. Because you know yourself, you're going in to do a gig for one album that's 42 minutes in length.
Yeah.
yeah, people want the show for a little bit more than fucking 45 minutes. So we've done like the whole album and a couple of covers.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'd like to go in and do all our own stuff. Maybe one cover or something.
I'll buy at least 4 tickets. So I'll buy tickets for me and 3 others, and I'll be there. No, we'll be there.
But yeah, that's what I kind of aiming for next year is get the recordings done. Still do a bit of gigging or whatever. Thanks very much for having me on, by the way.
Thanks a million for coming. We're absolutely delighted. Because it was funny enough, and I was even watching your version of Grace there. I think you posted a couple of days ago, and it was just gorgeous. I was like, this boy's voice is class.
No, thanks very much. But so basically just keep doing a couple of gigs there, and do the odd little small gigs around the area and whatever, and then aim for the album, and then hopefully either if it's not the Button Factory, hopefully Vicar Street.
Lovely stuff.
We'll see how it goes. We have a whole year and a month to get that in order.
Lovely stuff.
Push Damo out of the way for a while. Give us a shot at that thing. December gig, will you, for fuck's sake.
The Ivy Gardens.
I think he does 6 nights every Christmas, does he?
Well, he did. In fairness to Damo, and I love Damo. Damo's a good skin, but I know it's Aslan are back there this year.
Yeah, Aslan.
Something else is on. I think Christy Moore might be on.
Right.
So Damo, I don't think Damo's. He had 2 nights up. I think he could be doing 3. I'm sure he'll pull another fucking 3 or 4 of them out of the bag. It's like a ritual to people now at Christmas to go and see Damo.
It's like going to see the Panto.
Yeah.
Damo or the Panto. You go to Damo or the Panto.
You go to Panto, we'll go to Damo, yeah. But I'd say he still do probably 6, you know what I mean?
Not so bad.
Damo's a bleeding hero, isn't he, really, like, you know? But
he sang on Steve Wall, who's my kid's uncle. He does like a folk music, and he sang on one of his. He met him when he was in prison. Steve was in prison. He met Damo in there,
right?
And like got on with him, and then Damo got on one of his songs when he came out for his album.
Deadly.
And also we sound like that, like from I believe.
Steve Wall, Steve man doesn't call me.
Yeah, he lives in Clare now.
Is something mad or something about his mad, isn't it?
What's wrong with the world, Mar?
Seen that. Yeah. That was in the Button Factory. They done that.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, that's what we've done it as well. Damo's done a good few things for people. Like obviously he's done my song, Stay Out. There's a few things I've seen him on, and she was in the film and all. I think he was playing John Connors and everything, like, you know. But he's a good skin, like, you know. It's like we were all trying to help each other some way along the way.
100%. 100%.
So that's it for episode 58 of the Temple Bard podcast with me, Jim Wynn, and Philip Noon. Thanks a million again to Eddie for joining us today.
Lovely stuff.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time. Stay belled. Sláinte. Well, that's it for episode 58 of the Temple Bard podcast with me, Jim Wynn, and Philip Noon. Thanks a million to Eddie Sherlock as well, again for joining us.
Thanks a million.
We'll see you next time. Stay belled. Sláinte.